2025 ended with the runt-turned-warrior Dek defeating his tyrannical father Njor, forming an unconventional clan with the synthetic Thea and the young Kalisk, Bud, and reclaiming his cloak and blade as proof he is a true Yautja. Just as he claims his place, a massive warship descends, the vessel of his mother, a matriarch never seen in the first film. Badlands 2 opens on that unresolved standoff. Act 1, the matriarch's judgment. Dek's mother, whom we'll call Karath, disembarks with an honor guard of elite female Yautja enforcers. She is everything Njor wasn't. Controlled, political, and far more dangerous. She doesn't attack, she judges. She sees Dek's alliance with a soft-skinned machine, Thea, and a tame Kalisk as an insult to Yautja law, which treats mercy as contagion. She orders Thea and Bud exiled or executed, and demands Dek renounce his weak methods to inherit leadership of the clan properly. Dek refuses, igniting a fracture between the old guard and a growing number of Yautja, who secretly admire what he accomplished with nothing. Act 2, the hunt for the heretic. Karath brands Dek unclean and unleashes the trial of the cold, an Empire-sanctioned manhunt where any Yautja may kill Dek and his allies for honor and rank. This is where the story explodes into pursuit and survival. Dek, Thea, and Bud flee across the industrial underlevels and boneyards of Yautja Prime, fighting off bounty hunters, war clans, and bioengineered hounds. Along the way, Dek starts gathering the Empire's outcasts, the maimed, the failed bloodlines, aging hunters discarded for losing a single duel, and rogue scientists who were punished for studying non-Yautja species. They become the seed of Dek's new philosophy, strength earned through adaptability and loyalty, not inherited cruelty. Act 3, building the resistance. The middle act shifts from survival to insurgency. Dek's growing band raids weapons caches, sabotages Karath's hunting fleets, and frees captured unbloods from ritual culling pits. Thea, drawing on her Wayland-Yutani engineering knowledge, helps Dek's clan reverse engineer captured tech, turning the Empire's own weapons against it. We also learn Karath's darker secret. She orchestrated Njor's brutality all along, using him as an enforcer while she maintained plausible deniability. Meaning Dek's entire tragic upbringing was her design, not his father's alone. This recontextualizes the first film and gives Dek a personal reason beyond ideology. Act 4, Assault on the Black Spire. Karath rules from the Black Spire, Yautja Prime's capital fortress, where the ruling matriarchy oversees the cull ceremonies. Dek leads his coalition in a full-scale infiltration, cloaked squads breaching sentry towers, a spectacular battle in the ship hangars, and a sequence where Bud, now fully grown, turns the tide against Karath's shock troops. Thea disables the fortress's defense grid from within, cutting off Karath's ability to call reinforcements. This act is the film's action backbone. Multiple parallel combat lines, Dek's frontal assault, Thea's stealth hack, Bud's rampage, intercut for maximum momentum. Act 5, Mother and Son. Dek finally reaches Karath atop the Spire's throne chamber. Unlike Njor, she doesn't rely on brute force alone. She fights with precision, dual plasma-edged glaives, and a bio-cloak upgrade unique to the matriarchal line, making this the most technically dazzling duel in the franchise. Dek, having learned to fight with his allies rather than alone, ultimately wins not through superior strength, but by outthinking them, using tactics and tools borrowed from his adopted family. He defeats but does not kill her, invoking an old forgotten Yautja right. The loser must yield rule, not die, breaking the Empire's blood cycle. Act 6, a new era. With Karath's authority broken, Dek is acclaimed leader by the clans who joined his cause. He abolishes the cull, reforms the hunt into a rite based on honor and mentorship rather than culling the weak, and formally recognizes Thea and Bud as Yautjakin, a first in the species' history. The film ends on Yautja Prime beginning a slow, uneasy transformation, with a final shot hinting at how this new order might eventually intersect with humanity, or the Alienverse in a future crossover. Dek finally reaches Karath atop the Spire's throne chamber. Unlike Njor, she doesn't rely on brute force alone. She fights with precision, dual plasma-edged glaives, and a bio-cloak upgrade unique to the matriarchal line, making this the most technically dazzling duel in the franchise. Deck, having learned to fight with his allies rather than alone, ultimately wins not through superior strength, but by outthinking her, using tactics and tools borrowed from his adopted family. He defeats but does not kill her, invoking an old forgotten Yaojia right. The loser must yield rule, not die, breaking the Empire's blood cycle.